Classic Rock, 92.9 KISM with Pat Benatar. Hit me with your best shot. I'm Scott Les. We're absolutely loving the sunshine, and even more so, Bellingham Beer Week. Perfect time for the sun to come out. A bounty of craft beers during Bellingham Beer Week, which wraps up Saturday night with April Brews Day, the culminating event for the Bellingham Beer Week. We'll give you a chance to win VIP tickets on the way a little bit later on in this hour. But as we talk about all of the local breweries in Bellingham, this is a perfect opportunity to welcome in a new brewery for the Bellingham Beer Week as we welcome in Tom Eastwood, brewmaster of a brand new brewery in town, Twin Sisters Brewing. Good day, Tom. How are you today, man?
Doing fantastic. You, Scott?
I'm doing good, man. It's been a while since we've hung out.
I know.
The last thing I remember is we were supposed to be playing golf, which turned into a drink fest, and then I don't know if we even played much golf, if we could call it that.
We hit the ball, and we drank some beer, and, fun was had.
And that was a day.
Yes.
Now, many people in our audience know Tom, formerly of Colshan Brewing, but now out on your own. A new brewery that's going to be opening in Bellingham. Why a new brewery, Tom? What's this big inspiration to go out on your own and create something new?
Oh, it's just sometimes you want to do it your way.
Sure.
And you learn and grow, and each step that I've gone through in 10 years of brewing has been this culmination of trying to always improve and change that. And now it's the opportunity to create many new beers, many new flavors, really get in tune with the way that I can shape it and mold it and connect with the community and really produce that product.
And I don't know if you're giving yourself enough credit because, 10 years of brewing beer, but 10 years of brewing award-winning, legendary beers. So you've got big shoes to fill. Luckily, they're your own shoes. Now, Tom, you're going to be creating a brand new brewery, which is all part of Bellingham Beer Week. We've been talking about it on the air, Twin Sisters Brewing. Tell me the location in Bellingham of where this brewery will be.
We're in Sunnyland neighborhood and going to be on Grant and Carolina.
Okay.
And it's kind of a two-parter because we have the Bellingham Beer Garden as well, which will be next door. So we have a brewery in one building, restaurant, tap house in the next building, and a large outdoor space as well.
Wow. I'm trying to imagine that area over there off of Grant and Carolina. What is currently there now?
Well,
just a big dirt pot? Is going to be transformed, or is there a building there you're kind of taking over?
Yeah, there was two buildings there.
Okay.
And so we're adapting those buildings. The beer garden is definitely a bunch of torn up dirt right now.
Okay.
But it'll transform into a magical place of sunshine and beers.
I want that on the billboard, man. Yeah. A magical place of sunshine and beers. In studio with Tom Eastwood, brewmaster of the upcoming new brewery coming to Bellingham, Twin Sisters Brewing. And you guys are estimating opening for the brewery when?
We're shooting for the end of June.
Okay.
And the restaurant probably a week or two later in early July.
Okay. And when you talk about a brewery and a tap room and a beer garden and a restaurant, this sounds like really the best of all things that people have had a chance to experience of all of the local breweries in Bellingham. You get a little bit of all things, which make this really a truly magical place. Was that your plan to kind of take bits and pieces from all the other places that you liked and create a new magical place?
You're always pulling from your inspirations. Yeah, absolutely. Sure. And, we're shooting for some different kind of feels between the buildings too. Brewery's a little bit more intimate, a little bit more that production side, but you get to see it, and it's kind of standing room, pretty small, but connect with the brewing process.
Okay.
Restaurant, much more family-friendly, dog-friendly.
Really?
Large outdoor space that, a couple bocce courts, some games, and some... When it's sunny, and when it's rainy,
it's
rainy.
Be
in the rain.
In studio with Tom Eastwood today, the brewmaster for the upcoming new Twin Sisters Brewing, going to be opening in Bellingham, hopefully by the end of June, brewing beer. But you are a professional beer maker, so just because you don't necessarily have a place to sell the beer, you're still brewing the beer. And as it relates to Bellingham Beer Week, you've been doing that as a part of a collaboration, correct?
That's right. We did 3 collaborations over the last few months. We did one with Aslan, with Chuckanut, and with Menace. And it was a lot of fun.
Okay.
I've been tentative to collaborations at times because I want to control everything. but no, we had a really good time, and we're able to say, well, I'm really interested in trying this, and well, we never get to do this because we always do it this way. And so both of us, all parties involved, got to experiment and have a lot of fun.
And I am sure that the feelings that you have about your own beer are similar to other breweries and their brewmasters about their own beer, right?
Absolutely.
So how does a collaboration work when you've got two people that are together that this is my idea, and somehow you get rid of that and you still have a chance to share a recipe and create something unique? How does that work?
You start very loose and say, what kind of style you're thinking. And you say, well, I've been wanting to do this. And you say, okay, well, yeah, I've been wanting to do that. What kind of hops do you want to use? Well, I always use this one, and I'm always curious about this one. I love that one, so let's do that. And then you kind of split it up as what is new for you and what's new for me, and how do we end up with a similar vision?
Right.
That, it goes pretty smooth.
And have you ever made a collaboration that it comes out not as good as you had hoped?
I don't think so. We nitpick everything, so, but
the social drinker probably wouldn't know the difference.
Usually not. Yeah. There's
Especially on the third beer, man. It tastes pretty good to me.
Yeah.
In studio with Tom Eastwood, Brewmaster for the upcoming Twin Sisters Brewing, going to be opening the end of June. And all part of Bellingham Beer Week. As you know, we have just about a dozen breweries throughout Whatcom County. But Twin Sisters Brewing a big role in this because they have provided VIP tickets for the big event Saturday night at the Depot Market Square in Bellingham, April Brews Day. We'll give you a chance to win those tickets on the way. And Tom is going to share a beer with us here very shortly to talk about a new beer. And, my taste, you will see. I like cold beer. That's my favorite kind of beer is cold beer. So we'll see how when this one judges. I think it's going to be great. Tom makes great beer. Looking forward to this. More with Tom Eastwood on the way and a chance for you to win VIP tickets to April Brews Day on 92.9 KISM. Classic Rock, 92.9 KISM, Aerosmith, and Janie's Got a Gun. I'm Scott Less in studio still with the new brewmaster, Tom Eastwood of the upcoming new brewery, Twin Sisters Brewing, going to be opening in Bellingham because we need yet another brewery.
That's correct.
We need more award-winning brewers. In fact, what we need. Going to be opening at Grant and Carolina Street, the Sunnyland district of Bellingham. And Tom has been gracious enough to allow me to have a sip or two of a brand new collaboration beer. This is between Twin Sisters and Aslan Brewing. Is that correct?
You got it, yep.
And how would you describe this beer?
This is a German Pilsner, more of a Bavarian Munich realm. A bit of the northern German Pilsners have a bit more bitterness to them. And this one's nice and soft and pleasant. It's like a pillow you go home to and just kind of feels right.
It's very pillowy soft. Well, I'm a big fan of a Pilsner. I'm not a big hop fiend. Sometimes an IPA is just going to blow me away, and I don't get as much enjoyment out of that.
Yeah.
This is a very smooth drinking beer. I can imagine sunny day out on the patio. 1, 2, 3 of those are going to go down very, very easily.
Especially in the proper liter glassware, it doesn't get much better.
Okay. And then as for your own recipes, as you are planning on connecting to the beer aficionado of Bellingham and Whatcom County, what kind of beers are you going to be specializing in at Twin Sisters?
Really, spreading across the board, but lots of hoppy things. We designed a special hop vessel to do a lot of different ways of hopping, so we can recirculate through it from the fermenter, whether we're using whole hops, fresh hops, pellets, and have a special pump as well that kind of chews them up and really integrates it into the beer. So really excited to test out these new toys and create some hoppy beers. Really want to play with a lot of different yeast strains and develop some different characteristics and showcase that with everybody. Sometimes making the same beer with different yeast strains, different malt profiles, and then we'll do several lagers. We'll have some light lagers, some Helles, some Pilsners, of course, and really spread the board. And then I'm kind of particular to Belgian ales as well, so expect all of those.
Well, I've seen you in the lab coat with the recipe book under lock and key. When you sit down to create a new recipe, how do you even start? A lot of people start out as home brewers, and they probably get a recipe from somewhere, and they add this much and add that much, and voila, here it is. When you're looking at big batch brewing, more than just for your own homebrew, how do you even begin the process of creating a recipe?
Sometimes it's selfish, and so I'm trying to learn to say, like, well, what does the customer want too? But that's tricky because
who knows what they want?
Well, and I want it. Right? I want it. It's me. So, but really, to me, it starts as usually drinking a beer, and I say, oh, I really like this characteristic. Are they using Bravo hops as finishing? I didn't know you could use Bravo hops as a finishing hop. It's got this really cool lemony herbal thing that I like. So how can I manipulate that? How can I use that and create a different characteristic? Or what other style can I use that in? A lot of hops these days are developing lots of fruit and juicy character, and a lot of hops coming out of New Zealand or Australia have that characteristic. And so you can mimic a lot of fruit characters. You want kiwi, you don't have to use kiwi now. Now you can use a hop that gets that character. Wow. So it's an interesting game of hop blending as they create new varieties, and just constantly evolving and seeing how you can use it.
And as the beer master or the brew master, is it super important that you love what you've created, or can you kind of look outside of the recipe and go, well, this isn't going to be my favorite beer, but I know that somebody out there wants a super pine sol flavor, and this is going to deliver that for them?
That's, for me, that's always a learning curve, learning game of trying to provide that.
Okay.
But I'm getting better. I think slowly. Yeah.
Looking outside yourself.
Yeah.
In studio with Tom Eastwood, the brewmaster for the upcoming new brewery, welcoming another brewery into the Bellingham area, Twin Sisters Brewing, estimated opening the end of June for the beers and early July for a restaurant. And these guys have been generous enough to donate a pair of tickets, VIP access to April Brews Day. We'll give you a chance to win those tickets here in a moment or so. So, Tom, as we look forward to the place in the Bellingham beer scene for Twin Sisters, where do you see yourself in the next 6 months to a year from now once this brewery is open? Is distributing beer a big plan for you, or do you want people just coming to the tap room for that experience?
No, distribution is going to be a big part of it. Okay. We're hoping to...
Is that canning and bottling then too?
We are planning to certainly have canning. We'll start with a mobile canner and really feel it out. Probably some specialty bottles will just be in-house and come to the brewery, take away. Do some bottle condition stuff in that sense.
Wow.
And, but yeah, hope to see the beer around town pretty quickly.
All right. Well, congratulations, man. Already have made so much progress, and we're not even open yet. And people are talking about Twin Sisters. I'm being able a chance to drink a beer created by you, at least half the recipe. And you guys are just doing a great job so far. Can't wait to be there for the grand opening, man.
Yeah, we're excited and can't wait to start brewing.
Awesome. Well, Tom, thank you so much for your time today.
Absolutely. Thank you, Scott.
Always good to run into you. Tom Eastwood, brewmaster of the upcoming new brewery coming into Bellingham, Twin Sisters Brewing. Can't wait for that the end of June. But what you can't wait for either is April Brews Day coming up Saturday night, the culminating event of Bellingham Beer Week. If you'd like to go, well, thank you so much to Twin Sisters Brewing for donating a pair of VIP tickets. Saturday night, caller 9-360-733-KISM. That is 360-733-5476. Tom, thanks again for your time today.
Thank you.
Cheers to you. 92.9 KISM.